Hey everyone, welcome back to Poplar Preparedness. We got some stuff happening here in Pittsburgh. We got a bunch of holes in the stores, on the shelves. It's Christmas season. People are out there shopping for cookies and baking products, so we are seeing some of that showing up on the shelves. But so that you can see for yourself, let's look right at the pictures and you can see what Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is looking like on the shelves, and we can discuss those shortages. Let's jump right into it. First, in the frozen food section, we're still seeing that, the various holes all over the shelves, particularly in bread products. Those things really shouldn't be in shortage. Why are they in shortage? We don't know, but they've been like that for the last number of months. But as you can see, just holes here and there, particularly in the egg section. The potato section wiped out for the most part. There's still a few varieties that you can still pick up on, but a lot of the varieties wiped out. We've been seeing this for weeks. It's been getting worse over the last month. Just bit by bit, it's been getting worse again with the frozen potatoes. The harvest should be in by now. What's going on with that? I don't know. This is a little further down the aisle. So you can see that there are some varieties that you can get. But if you want certain varieties, you may not find them. If you want hash browns today, tough luck. You get your regular French fries. You can get your waffle cuts, crinkle cuts, but you can't get hash browns or anything like that. Hershey's syrup, for whatever reason, has been kind of in shortage there too. Just chocolate syrups. That's not necessarily a Christmas thing necessarily, but, I don't know, maybe a bunch of people eating ice cream, making their own homemade hot cocoa. Coffee section looked not too bad. We got coffee on the shelf, but notice the generic is pretty short there. Jif peanut butter is having an issue out there. I'm going to be talking about that a little more at length coming up, but we have an issue kind of developing in Kentucky. That was what sparked everything in the first place, was a situation with a giant Jif recall, and looking like peanut butter is kind of getting a little squirrely again. But like I said, there's still plenty of options on the shelf, but notice once again, generic is disappearing pretty fast. This video is brought to you by Genesis Gold Group. Jonathan and his team over there do a fantastic job of converting people's regular IRAs and stocks and bonds over to gold and silver and platinum vaulted in Delaware. This is actually your metal that can be delivered to your home when you withdraw out of the IRA. So when you get a distribution from the IRA, you can get a distribution of the metal, not money, not paper, but rather the actual physical metal. So that's the big difference there. You can find them down in the description down below as well. Ketchup section, a lot more sparse. A lot of holes there. Pasta section. Still having issues with pasta. We are indeed still having issues with pasta. It looks a little better though. I'll say that. But certain varieties are gone. And that's not how it's ever been. The canned soup sections, even with the prices the way they are, there's still a lot of holes. They're just not being able to restock it fast enough. Now, some people say that because of the flu and because of the cold season starting early, that's kind of what's happening to that. And maybe it's people stocking up too. I don't know. Flour, definitely, a lot less flour than what we're used to seeing there. But it's still there. So if you want to stock up, if you're ready to stock up, you can. Just get out there to the store and start. Walmart and Aldi are the cheapest places to stock up on food that are kind of available to people mostly across the United States and even into other countries. But there are some other places that you can get a little bit better deals, though, potentially. Vegetable oils, less. And as we keep seeing issues with the margarine and the butter out there, we're seeing issues there, too. Crisco is getting hit pretty hard, but that's kind of understandable this time of year. People building their candles. They're baking cookies and stuff. Actually, maybe both. Who knows? Syrup is still having issues for some reason. I still haven't heard a good reason. And I'm not seeing it in like the fancy syrups. I'm seeing it in like the corn syrups, you know, the fake syrups. So what's going on with that? Sugar should not be in shortage. Beets did pretty good this year. So it must be a supply chain issue. It must be some factories having issues. Oats continue to go even more out of stock. Generic quick oats and instant oats are just disappearing. We're seeing at Aldi, we're seeing at Walmart. Gatorade is disappearing once again. Why is that? I don't have an answer for you. Are you seeing these shortages where you are? Use the word update somewhere in your comment down below, and give us some sort of geographical location so we can kind of put you on a map kind of thing. We're not actually doing that, but so we can kind of have some idea of how relevant it is. So here, eggs are present, but the prices are just ridiculous. $3.44 for a dozen eggs, over $5 for a 12-pack. And that's impacting the baked goods sections. Apparently people are seeing that the raw eggs are just a little expensive for that. So what are they doing? They're getting the pre-made stuff, right? Same thing with cookie dough. Butter and margarine are disappearing at an astonishing rate. These banks used to be full, and people are stocking up for cookie making. Hopefully that's just it. Hopefully after this week it's done and butter goes back to normal, but we're seeing issues in all milk products, particularly heavy creams and such, including butter. There just isn't enough milk being produced. There's not enough eggs being produced. There's not enough milk, and you know where heavy cream comes from, that's where butter comes from. That's where, now we haven't seen any issues with cheese, but when it comes to the creams, half and half, yeah, we're having issues. With coffee creamer, eggnog. Eggnog is like in the worst possible place. You know, it's egg shortage and a milk shortage, and so like eggnog is just right there. The canned meat section. There's canned chicken, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know if any of us can afford that canned chicken anymore, but you know, it's there. Regular fresh chicken is like running like $3 a pound now, which is just like, yikes. It's crazy, right? And they had one can of canned beef, Keystone beef, and I took it. So it's sitting there on the shelf, but I took the last one before I walked away. Spam, people are buying up the Spam. You can see how that's, there's a pretty big dent been put in there. Vienna sausages, people are buying up the Vienna sausages too. I don't know what to say other than it seems like more and more people are stocking up. This is after I took the can. Tuna is present. Prices are going up a little bit on that. Mashed potatoes. The big mashed potato boxes have been like gone for weeks and weeks. I wouldn't say months yet, but we're getting close to it, being able to say that. The big instant mashed potato boxes and the generic small packages, people have been buying the instant mashed potatoes, and they, you know, that they're disappearing off the shelf. Let me know if you're seeing the same thing where you are. Canned goods, it looks like more people are stocking up, or they're just not restocking fast enough. I don't know. But we don't see any problems with the canned corn, canned green beans. Usually is like a bazillion of them because they love selling them because they can get it for dirt cheap. The jam section, if you ignore the mac and cheese sitting there that somebody stuck there, there's some holes there for sure. People are moving towards peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Creamers are getting impacted. The powdered creamers are getting impacted by the fact that they can't get the coffee creamer, the liquid coffee creamer, right? This is over at Aldi. There's the creamers over at Aldi. Also seeing issues there, right? Some of the orange juices having issues there. Of course, we have an orange juice shortage out there, so that's not surprising. Some of the creamer options like the ricotta cheese, the French onion dip, just kind of gone. Other things gone. They're having issues with the butter. They limiting how much butter you can buy. So if you want to bake a whole bunch of cookies, you better stock up over a number of trips. Pasta sauces, gone. Corned beef hash, gone. Even the tuna sections are being hit a bit, and there's the canned chicken showed up again a little bit, but there's not all that much there. Other canned goods, particularly check out that chunk tuna down there in the bottom left. Yeah. Sorry, this is on the side. But I thought it was really interesting that the honey turkey is actually more expensive than the Black Forest ham. Turkey more expensive than ham. What kind of upside down, bizarro world are we living in, right? 80% lean ground beef, empty. I mean, there's other ground beef there, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but some of the packets of water were gone, and the other ones were drawn down pretty good too. So let us know what you're seeing in your area. Use the word update and let us know. And we'll have a couple subscriber updates coming out over the next couple days. We'll keep the information flowing. If you unplug for a bit to focus in on family and everything like that, that is completely understandable. If you, want to keep plugged in with this community, please do so. Make sure you are subscribed in case you've been unsubscribed by the powers that be. And there's a video on the screen that you can go see over there. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Steve Poplar